I want to do what I believe God's placed me on the earth to do, and just, if you'll allow me to, just be a coach with you for a few minutes and maybe help you think about your growth mindset so that you can live a life by design rather than by default. And when you grow, I promise you, everything around you will grow better. 3 reasons why you need a growth mindset. Number 1, you were made to grow. The first thing in your mind needs to be, I need to grow so my business can grow. Second thing I want you to realize, and this is why you need a growth mindset, because things are going to grow worse or better because of you. Think about the people that you employ. You don't need to hire somebody because you need somebody to do something. You need to hire somebody because you need them to help you grow your business. Here's a third one, and I really like this. You need a growth mindset because you have a superpower. You have a superpower to make things grow better and not worse, to grow up and not down, to grow forward and not backwards, to grow bigger and not smaller, to grow success and not failure. I love the story about Edmund Hillary. He was the first man that ever climbed Mount Everest. It seemed like an impossible task. They went on their first climb. It had never been done before. They got halfway up and a storm blew in, and they had to turn around and come back. 1 year later, he put a team together again. This time, they got 2/3 of the way up, and again, another storm came in, and this time people died. About 6 months later, Edmund Hillary gathered in a banquet hall, and behind him was a picture of Mount Everest. And he turned around to this picture behind him of Mount Everest, and here's what he said. Mount Everest, you defeated us once, you defeated us twice, but I have a message for you. You can't get any bigger, but we can. In other words, whatever the challenge is, whatever the mountain is, whatever the giant is, whatever it is that you face, you've got to grow there before you go there. When I was 14, I had a revelation, and I told my dad this. Put your hand in front of you and just for a minute, focus on your hand, just for a second, because here's what happened to me when I was 14 that changed everything. He said, you have a fingerprint that nobody else has. And then for the first time in my young life, God spoke to me, and here's what he said as I was sitting in church. He said to leave an imprint that nobody else can leave. God didn't give people a fingerprint that nobody else has ever had, that nobody in the future will ever have, to identify them for something bad that they've done. That was my revelation. If you can just take one nugget, if you can just get a mindset that says, you know what? I'm gonna spend the rest of my life, growing myself so that whatever challenge I face, you see, the truth is whatever you're ready for is ready for you. God took the no quit out of you early. And God has used you to bring these great people who are really God's sons and daughters into this place to tell them, not only don't quit, but remember this. God created you, He made you, and He didn't make you to fail. He made you to win. And my message to you today is you not only can win, but in Jesus' name, you will win from this day forward for the rest of your life. That's my message to you.